This is a Big Facts Network exclusive.
Okay, we live in the crib, vibing with Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibing with Veto. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibing with Veto. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher, always chasing purpose over popularity. Check us out each and every Monday on the Big Facts Network. Shout out to the team. I got somebody in the building, man, that's been working, man. And I appreciate you for stopping by, bro.
For sure, man. I appreciate the invitation, man.
Nah, for sure. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, man, it's 1K Phew, man, from Atlanta, Georgia, east side of Atlanta, man. And, you know, we're going to bid for the biggest, man, you know.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to say after that one.
Nah, for sure. Congratulations on the Rolling Loud announcement, man. Too, as well. How that made you feel, bro?
Man, that made me feel like, you know, hard work paying off, man. Shout out to my big brother, DJ Trendsetter Sense, man, 5 Venom. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, man, the whole Rolling Loud, my boy Huffy, everybody, man. I've been, you know, in the loop, connected, and, you know, been knowing folks, but, you know, this the first time, like, you know, everything came together. You know, everything be on God time, and so, you know, I don't really never be tripping. Whatever's for me, gonna be for me.
You know, for
I
sure.
don't never be chasing clout or, you know, none of that, you feel what I'm saying? So everything that came my way, really, you know, on God time, for real.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
Is that like your first big crowd like that?
Nah, I ain't gonna count. I had a couple of big crowds, but you know what, Craig? I ain't gonna lie. Rolling Loud probably is. I had crowds like that though, but know what I'm saying, yeah, Rolling Loud huge though. I ain't gonna count. Rolling Loud, like, you know, like Coachella them, like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of like, it's kind of like, I don't even want to put the word hood. Right, it's kind of like it's kind of like, can I say it though?
No, for sure.
It's like the hood Coachella.
No, it
like,
is. It is low key for real. And then I done been brought out at arenas and stadiums and stuff like that. Yeah. But I feel like, yeah, Rolling Loud probably is the biggest.
It's one of the ones, bro. Yeah. It's like when you make it there and like your name gets cemented, like with like some of the greats that's gonna be performing too. Like that gotta make you feel good, bro.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. It just be hard. I'm definitely grateful. I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, like, I don't ever be like chasing clout or, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't, like, coming up in the industry, I used to be like, I want to work with him. But it like, you know what I'm saying? It's just growing up, like, getting game and stuff. It's like, man, relationships mean more than, you know, anything to me.
I mean, more than money, more than everything.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't never want to, you know what I'm saying? It just got to make sense at all times. I just want to encourage people, like, you know what I'm saying? Even when you work with people, like, just don't go for the clout and the look. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, at the end of that, it's going to be over with. You feel like if you ain't got no relationship with them. Damn. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if it ain't really connected. So, like, that's why I kind of grew out of, like, I'm about to be standing next to what name? I'm about to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, I'd rather, like, that's why I appreciate people like Zay and Dro and, you know what I'm saying? Just everybody I be around. Because it's like, man, them really my brother. I really grew a, you know, rapport with them. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, they really see me come up. And, yeah, man, I done had some experiences, though, man. Like, just on some, like, man, these folk don't really rock with me for real, you know what I'm saying? But I look crazy. I'm like, man, I'm trying to get next to them folk. But, you know, I had to, like, really live and learn and, you know what I'm saying, grow out of that.
Yeah, facts. How would you describe your sound, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, everything is on God's timing. What kind of made you go in that direction?
Man, I ain't gonna count, man. I grew up in church, man, and my mama had a drug addiction, man. Like, you know, every Sunday she drug us to church. You feel what I'm saying? Whether we wanted to go or not. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, we was in there coming up and you know, I kind of had the best of both worlds because my church was in the middle of the six. So, you know, they had like the community ministry and stuff like that, like having all the, you know, the J's and, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of seen, the first time I seen cocaine was in church, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a kid.
Wait, hold on.
You feel what I'm saying?
We ain't gonna bypass that, bro.
Nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they used to pick up folks from the community and stuff like that, like to give them food, feed them, like, you know what I'm saying? Give them the word and stuff like that. And the first time, I'll never forget, man, I was probably about like 8 or 9, man, going to the bathroom. Like, it was, you know what I'm saying? Somebody snorting up at the Saint. You know what I'm saying?
In church, bro?
But they ain't no church people though. You feel what I'm saying? It's like we really trying to, you know, they trying to bring them in. You feel what I'm saying? So like they ain't nowhere near church.
Yeah,
so they don't know no etiquette. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
They almost homeless. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, I mean, that's the first time I really got, and not only that, like just experience like, different sides of the culture. You feel what I'm saying? So I kind of had the best of both worlds. So my mama then was trying to keep us out of it, but at the same time we was in it. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
we was sneaking out church, smoking, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come back in church, like, but I was still a church kid. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people don't know that side of church kids. I was like, quote unquote, bad church kid or whatever.
Yeah,
but
facts.
you know what I'm saying? You had like different speakers come, different like, gospel rappers come and try to talk to the kids and stuff like that. And like they was always lame. You feel what I'm saying? We can never really relate to them. So I'll never forget like, us being in the back of the church, like kind of joking at first, like, man, I know if we get up there, we'll go up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like really relate to, our people. So I'll never forget, like, you know what I'm saying? Soulja Boy had dropped that Pretty Boy swag. We went up there, we did a church boy swag type thing.
That's
but
hard.
we turned the church up though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So from that moment, like I was like, oh nah, this hard type thing. And then I grew up in a household where like, my mom, I told you, like she's super church. So it's like, we used to sneak white BT, MTV and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, of course we tried to rap, everybody rap. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, my mom one be like, man, y'all gonna rap, y'all better be rapping about Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, like at the back of my head, I'm thinking I invented gospel rap. Cause I'm like, dang, bro, what if we rap about God?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm thinking I invented it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just kept going through that, and I ain't gonna lie, like just long story short, just kept going up. But at the same time, even when I started doing gospel rap, like I had one foot in, one foot out. You feel what I'm saying? I was still, I went all the way. You feel what I'm saying? Like I was just kind of like going through the motions with it. You know what I'm saying? Like just on some doing something different. But I ain't gonna lie, like I probably say like 2015, like type thing. God really woke me up like in a situation where, I got into a little altercation and, what I'm saying, we was all in the car, like packed in the car, and, what I'm saying, it broad day, probably like 4 o'clock in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? Somebody started shooting the car about 3-4 times, and it hit the car, hit the back window, side, side window, whatever. And it was just so clear as day, like, bro really spared us. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he really wanted to do it, so he could have did it. So I ain't gonna lie, it was really almost like, boy, the only way, you know what I'm saying, we ain't get dealt with God. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of that situation, we got to where we were going, and I ain't gonna lie, boy, I felt it immediately, like just on some like, dang, cause it was clear day, bro. Like I was playing Russian roulette with God, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like I was playing with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I was out here doing, like, saying he'll work but not doing it. You feel what I'm saying? So with that situation, I heard clear as day, like, boy, you either gonna die or live. You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I just chose life.
Yeah, facts.
I just chose life.
Facts. So you said one thing that stuck with me. You said you was out here. You said you were saying his word but not doing.
For sure.
When you say that to the people, can you explain that so that
man, I was out here like, I was doing gospel rap, but at the same time,
you wasn't living what you was
practicing
what you was preaching
at all. You know what I'm saying? Not even trying, not even having like the, you know what I'm saying, like the conscience to. You feel what I'm saying? Like really just, living reckless, and and I ain't saying like you got to be perfect. Ain't nobody perfect, or we wouldn't. If we was perfect, we wouldn't need God. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I ain't saying ain't nobody perfect. I mean, that we perfect, but I'm saying like I wasn't even trying, bro. Like I knew better, but I ain't I ain't do better. You feel what I'm saying?
Dang,
so
that's crazy. That's crazy. Do you feel like sometimes people like try to put you in a box because you make gospel rap? Like they feel like you can't be up to par with them if they put you on a feature or something like that.
At first I did until I. I'm saying really started spreading my wings and started working with different people, like even with the the last project me and Zay did to Pray for Atlanta. We got Honcho on there and Dro and some folk like that. So I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I am like one of the pioneers to bridge the gap like between the church and the streets for sure.
Yeah, facts.
But I ain't even gonna lie, man, like just going through what I went through, like I don't really mind getting put in the box. Like, I'm gonna turn my box into TNT, man. I'm gonna go
That's
up with
hard.
mine, like, what I'm saying? So
For
it's
sure.
like I'm gonna be confident in the lane God gave me, but I feel like me being who I am, like put me in a position where I'm at type thing, put me in different
Facts.
places, because I ain't like people like, oh no, he ain't like everybody else. Like he coming a whole different way, and then when people listen to my music, they like, boy, he don't even sound like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
You
what
really
I'm saying.
gotta
Like when I first heard you, like my partner, and I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no.
My partner, bro, we was riding, and he was like, bro, he turned your music on, and I'm like, I'm listening to it. I'm like, bro, I'm bobbing my head. I'm like,
Yeah.
boy, I ain't heard not one curse word.
That's hard.
I'm like, boy, I ain't heard one curse word.
Yeah.
I'm like, who is this?
Yeah.
He was like, nah, this, he said your name, and I was like, damn,
Yeah.
bro, really on some like, I don't want to say street gospel. I don't want to
for
offend
sure.
you.
We call it
but
street
like
gospel.
street gospel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
nah, for sure.
That sound like a tape. Street gospel.
Hey,
for
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? Nah, for sure. People see the faith, but what's the ugliest season you had with God that nobody knows about besides what you just said?
Man, on the ugliest season, man, that's a real good question right there. Really, when I was going out like feeling like I didn't need God. I feel like when I was living like I didn't need him, that was really when it was clear as day that, that I realized I did. You know what I'm saying? When I really put relationship over religion. You feel what I'm saying? Like just in different, different spots. Cause a lot of people like, they just go through the motion, but like you ain't gonna get no motion going through the motions, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta really be, have a ton of vision with him. Like, but I ain't gonna lie, the darkest season, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, I can't really point out the dark season because I feel like I get tested all the time, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I just recently felt like giving up low key, like, you know what I'm saying?
You felt like giving up, bro?
Man, my middle daughter, man, she had an asthma attack real bad, man. She got allergies and stuff like that. She, you know what I'm saying? She 5 years old or whatever. And we ain't never experienced no asthma with her before, but she just came home, had a real bad asthma problem and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? My wife was like, I ain't like, what, you know what I'm saying? She ain't never did this one. What's going on? So, I held her like, come here, baby. So I held her, like, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of felt her breathing real funny. I'm like, oh, nah, this ain't right. So we took her to the emergency room and, you know what I'm saying, they had her up and rushed in, like the ICU and stuff like that. And, you know what I'm saying, she had tubes up in the nose, IV in her arm, and that messed me up right there. I'm like, dang, man, she 5 years old going through this. So I'm like, I'm telling God. And then, bro, the crazy part is, this the same night I'm supposed to announce my album and everything, bro. Like, so I'm talking to God like, man, I'll give all this up for, you know what I'm saying, for you to make baby girl right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I'll get, man, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, bro, like just her being strong really spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? Like her being that young, being that strong. And it's kind of like, that's how life is, bro. It's like, it might look crazy, but as long as you just keep fighting, bro, like it's gonna be worth it. Everything gonna be worth it, bro. Like just like in James, it's like, you know what I'm saying, when trials come your way, you gotta consider it joy. You know what I'm saying? So even like when you feel like life beating you up, bro, like it's something good on the way, something better on the way. Like it's really just a test for real, like smoke and mirrors. You feel what I'm saying? You just gotta stand up and fight through it for real. So I ain't gonna lie, bro, like I be going through dark situations all the time, bro. I just gotta, keep reminding myself for real to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like really keep my eyes on him, bro.
Yeah,
and,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Nah, for sure, for sure. One thing you said you was going through like dark times and stuff like that, but they also say that worrying isn't a like a sign or an act from God. You know what I'm saying? So how do you combat with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you do feel down and stuff like that, what are some things that you do to kind of get yourself out of that situation?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Not to sound cliche, but boy, prayer is power right there, boy. Like I ain't gonna lie, the power of prayer is real, man. Like I just, just lock in, and it's easier said than done at times. But you know what I'm saying? It worked every time, bro. Like, God be proving me wrong every time. I be like, bro, I be so down sometimes. I be like, man, I don't even feel like praying, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it worked, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, just lock in and just stay focused, bro. Like, cause just like you said, bro, worrying ain't even a God, bro. Like, he ain't give us a spirit of fear, but, you know what I'm saying? A sound mind. So, it's like, man, I don't know, bro. Like, and I really be preaching myself on this, bro. Like, cause it's crazy. Like, I be uplifting everybody else, but it's like people be thinking you a robot. You feel what I'm saying?
Bro,
but
I say
like,
that all the time.
Man,
who does Superman go to when he need help?
Facts.
You know
Exactly.
Think about that.
Nah, that's real.
Who can Superman go to?
That's real, bro. I don't know, bro.
You can't go to Batman.
That's crazy.
He's stronger than everybody.
Nah, for
you know
real,
what I'm saying?
for real. That kind of like, you know what I'm saying? A little bit similar to what I be saying too. Like, people be wanting to be like Superman for the world. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, nah, bro, like, you gotta be Superman at home, man. I gotta be Superman with my kids, like with my family, like, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta put on that suit. I gotta be Clark Kent for the world. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta like stand on business and you know what I'm saying, and really, be Superman at the house, man. But I don't know, man. Like we can't do it all, bro. Like can't nobody do it all. You feel what I'm saying?
Wow. Being that you have like such a good like relationship with God, can you vividly hear his voice? Do you hear like a voice? What does God's voice sound like, if you can explain it? Because I be talking to God, like I ain't mean to cut you off. I be talking to God and I be like, I don't be hearing him sometimes, but I feel like I get a feeling on like things that I need to do,
For sure.
things I need to act on. But
For
I ain't
sure.
never heard the voice. But you know, sometimes you hear people say they testimony like, man, God spoke to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Have you vividly heard like, you know?
I don't feel well, I ain't just gonna say I done heard, God talk
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this. Like,
yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
never heard that. But you ever been in a situation where you be like, man, something told me not to do that. Like that God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he can talk to you in different type of ways, bro. Like you can be riding down the street, see a sign, like he just speak to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's just like 10 Commandment way, movie way type thing. But you know what I'm saying? It's definitely, like times when I be like, man, something told me that was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's God. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, that's what I would say. That's what I say. I feel like God taught me all the time, like and then it's just having that discernment too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like God give you that discernment and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's it too.
Dang, that's crazy. Thank you for that answer
For
too. What's something you prayed about that God said no to, and how did that change you? You know what I mean?
Boy, you coming with them, boy. What have God said no to?
Yeah, something that you prayed for, but God said no. You know what I'm saying? And how did that change you?
Dang, man. It's been so long, bro. Like, not so long, but I done kind of changed my ways of praying. You feel what I'm saying? Like on some like just learning how to thank God more than to ask. You know what I'm saying? For everything, like just on some like just being thankful and thankful for everything. I mean, of course, I still ask for stuff, but dang, I don't know. Like, what's the last thing I asked for and God was like, no. I don't know, probably like just different opportunities on some like, elevate my platform and stuff like that. And maybe God would be like, nah, it's not time yet type thing. Like maybe I'd be like, man, if you can just open this door for me or like, with the music or something like that. And, God done told me it ain't time plenty of times. And I'll be sitting back like, dang, bro, like why, why I ain't get that? And then clear as day, I'll see why. It'd be like, dang, if I would have been right there, I would have been, I would have crashed out like that.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying?
Nah,
But it's a whole bunch. It's a whole bunch, man. Like I don't know, bro. It's a lot.
Facts. Let me ask you this, and this is a deep one, man. Do you feel like you're an angel playing in like the devil's playground? Cause like hip hop is like, bro, like hip hop right now is just like crazy, bro.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The Christian industry crazy too.
Wait, what?
Christian industry crazy too, bro. Nah, for real. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like
how can the Christian industry be cutthroat?
Cause people use God the finesse and scheme. They use God. Be like, God told me to tell you to give me all this, and you know what I'm saying? Like they'll and then sometimes like just me, like when I first came in, I was so green, like I ain't even have my guard up. Cause I'm like, well, I know these folks ain't finna play with me. Boy, stop, boy. Like they seek weakness too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's important to have that discernment too. And I ain't just trying to bash, Christians or nothing like that. But it's like, man, you got to keep your eyes open everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? Because at least in the street, you kind of see how they coming.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But it's a lot of wolf in sheep clothing over here too now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
This is like crazy to hear, bro.
I'm telling you. That's why you got to put that relationship over religion, man. People think like, you know what I'm saying, you just go to church and I'm going. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, bro, like you ain't gonna go to heaven holding nobody's hand. It's just gonna be you and God, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have that real discernment for yourself. And that's why it's important to have your own relationship with God and pray and tell and ask him what you need to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for sure. Because, just because you stand in the garage, that'll make you a car. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, I love that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to be real, bro. You got to have that authenticity.
For sure. Dang. So for a person that's just turning to God, right? Like, and they wanna give their life to him, what's one scripture that you would tell them to start off with?
But I say a book, but James, boy, I be saying it all the time. I really need to find another book to say, but James, my favorite book, bro. Like, cause it's just like, when trials come your way, you got to consider that joy. And I feel like that just relate to so many people, bro, because it's like it's easy to give up. Like, it's easy to give in, like, when life start getting you down. You feel what I'm saying? And life be lifing, bro. Life gone life.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's important to really realize your purpose, bro. Like, everybody don't even know their purpose on why they here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody here for just no reason, bro. Like, every single person got a purpose to be here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, man, everybody just need to, follow their purpose and not what the world tell you to do. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people, like, even like, shoot, me, like, just a lot of folks I was around, you know what I'm saying? They like, boy, you ain't supposed to be doing that, boy. You need to do this, you need to do that, boy. You doing gospel rap, boy? No, boy, you know what I'm saying? But you just got to stand on that and really show God, you know what I'm saying, your consistency. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, you got to be consistent with everything too, bro. Like,
facts.
And yeah, that's what I would say, bro.
Wow. Thank you for that, bro.
sure.
Have you felt like God was like silent when you needed him to be loud? Has there ever been a moment like that?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Yes, but it was because I wasn't listening. It was because I was being hard-headed and rebellious and just on some like, nah, I know this the way. You feel what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way. And sometimes, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, pride be getting in the way sometimes so much. I be like, boy, I know if I hear from God, he gonna tell me no. He gonna tell me this ain't it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I just had to mature and grow. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I be growing every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? I grow every day. You know what I'm saying? I mature every day.
Damn.
And I just gotta learn how to, be a child, bro. Cause we you know what I'm saying, we all children of God, bro. So we gotta learn, that child like energy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody think, just cause you get older, it's like you know everything. It's like, nah, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? But I heard, somebody told me a while back, Denzel Washington still take acting classes. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, man, we ain't never too big to grow, bro.
Dang.
Like, never.
Dang, that's crazy. Wow. What part of your old life still tries to like creep back in when you're tired or you're stressed or something like that? Like,
ooh, man, my old life. I don't know, bro. Like, probably like old friends. I ain't even gonna say old friends, bro. Like, cause at first I had like a real bad case of survivor's remorse. You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially come from the East and, you know what I'm saying, going through stuff like that. But I ain't gonna lie, like, most of my buddies, bro, like, they be saloon what I be doing, bro. Like, and they kind of understand. I really think it's cause I got a family. Like, I got a wife and kids, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, folk, I think it's kind of harder, you know what I'm saying, when people don't see that you got responsibilities. You feel what I'm saying? And then they try to come left and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I be having discipline too, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, that's one thing I'm glad, God blessed me with the amount of discipline he gave me, bro. Cause I be scared to go back. But I know if I go back, I'm gonna crash out. You feel what I'm saying?
What you mean crash out? Hold on now.
Man, I'm gonna go out sad. Like, if I go back to my old ways, I know, like, bro, I'm the type of kid, bro. I got so much favor on my life, bro. I'm the type of kid, if I steal a piece of bubble gum, something gonna happen to me. You feel what I'm saying? So if I go out and, go all the way left, ain't no telling what's the lesson I'm finna get. You know what I'm saying? God love me so much, but he can't wait to spank me. You feel what I'm saying?
Nah,
so
sure.
It's like I got, and that's what people mean when they say they fear God. I got to fear God. It's like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You gotta be scared of God. You feel what I'm saying? But I do got to fear God though.
Yeah, facts,
you know
facts,
for sure.
Facts. Nah, for sure. Do you ever feel the pressure to be perfect, bro, because of like the lane and the route that you're taking?
Man, nah, man. I feel like that my whole purpose, bro. Like, to tell people, like, bro, you can pop it, you can be yourself, like, but, you know what I'm saying, still focus on him. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, even when I first came in, bro, like, I had all type of Christian blog telling me, bro, oh, boy, you sound too urban. I'm like, but I sound too urban, boy, this is rap. How I sound too urban? You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't gonna lie, bro, I am the pioneer of, trap gospel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, when I first came in with that, man, folk was turning their nose at me, boy. I was like, boy, how can you do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you ain't living like it. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just kind of had to grow out of that too and just be confident in who God, called me to be. Like, it's the difference between being confident and cocky. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm confident in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am.
Facts.
For sure.
Nah, for sure. Do you think Christian music sometimes sugarcoats like pain instead of sitting in it?
Boy, for sure. Like, man, like, politics be so crazy sometimes, bro. Like, it be so crazy because, like, they'll be quick to counsel you. Like, people be so quick to counsel you, bro. Like, just because you being real and you opening up about, your situation, your real life situation. So I feel like that's why some people be scared to kind of, talk about their pain and their trauma and what they been through and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know, but I ain't gonna lie though. I feel like it's getting better though. I feel like it is getting better. Like, more people like starting to open up, like, cause with the times and stuff like that. So it's getting more normal now.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the testimony side, like, it's getting normal. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, if somebody just perfect and ain't got no testimonies, like, bro, how I'm supposed to,
you like a robot.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's crazy.
Let me ask you this, bro, and we gonna kind of like shift gears a little bit, man.
Yeah.
How did that Drewski skit make you feel,
Boy,
bro?
I knew you gonna ask me that, bro. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel a lot of people be like, you know what I'm saying, he was mocking God, but I feel like he was mocking people who mock God.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like bro was mocking God, bro. Like, he at the end of the day, he a comedian, bro. Like,
comedian. That's what he's supposed to do.
And I seen Fred Hammond post the other day, like, he was like, you know what I'm saying, y'all talking about Drewski, y'all must not have seen all these other comedians, you know what I'm saying, doing skits about church and stuff like that, and you know, different sitcoms and stuff like that, from Richard Pryor to, you know what I'm saying, even in Martin and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? People been doing that. I guess it's just because it's, I don't know what it is, bro. Yeah. But you know what's crazy, bro? A lot of the things in that skit actually happen in real life. Yeah. I'm talking about all the way from when bro was hanging from the thing, like hanging from the little Bro, that happened for real.
So he really basically took a situation and turned it into a skit.
That's what I think. That's what I think, bro. And then he probably dramatized it a little bit, but I don't know, but I ain't take no offense at all, bro. I ain't gonna cap. But I tell you who did though, the people who be like that. The people who act like that.
Let's stay right there, bro. What's your take on the mega church for real? What's your take on the mega church? Because it's like, and I didn't mean to cut you off. We go to Victory, so
okay.
Victory Midtown.
Oh, for sure.
Our pastor this Sunday was like, man, if your church highlights the pastor, and it's all about the pastor, you need to run.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So what do you feel about the mega church?
That's real deal. And I was just about to say that. It just all depends on what the leadership looking like for real. You know what I'm saying? If it's just like you said, if it's highlighting the wrong thing, run. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I grew up like in a small church, and we moved to a bigger church, not no mega church. We moved to like a mid-sized church. Yeah. But I don't know, man. Like, and I ain't even gonna cap, bro. Like, I low-key had church hurt growing up. Like, I seen a few things in church, been through a couple things in church that made me, man, I ain't never going to church again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, boy, what? And thank God I kind of went through life, and that's what I was telling you. I realized that, you know, the moment that I feel like I didn't need God, that's when I realized I needed him the most. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, you just got to use your discernment, bro. And then I view church a little different, too. Like, in different ways. I view it as like, you know, free therapy. You feel what I'm saying? You know how expensive therapy is and counseling is. Like, it's kind of like free therapy.
Like $50, $75 a session.
But where you see therapy like that at? Boy, these folks be taxing out here.
I guess because I get it for the low.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. On everything. Then I see church as a gas station too, a little bit too, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? You can't just keep going on E. You know what I'm saying? You got to fill up at least once a week. Wow. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, I don't know. It's different ways you got to view it, man. But you can't view it on some, as long as I go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, bro, you really got to get fed. That's why I love my church, man. Like, change church, man. Like, that's
change church. Is it Austell?
We just moved to DeKalb campus, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Like,
but was that the same one? I think I said it correctly. Is that change church?
No, I don't think it was in Austell.
What church was that? It's a big old church over there by Six Flags. What church was that? I can't even think of it.
I low-key know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name of it.
Okay, I thought that was that one.
Dang,
Dang, for sure. Is there a difference between rapping about God and walking with God?
Oh, for sure. That what I was doing at first. I was just rapping about God, but not walking with him. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I knew him. I knew him, but I ain't really, apply that relationship with him. But yeah, it's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? You can be rapping about God and not walking with him, for sure. Dang. A lot of people do that. Preachers do that.
Dang. Let me ask you this. Who's your top 5 Christian rappers, man?
Top 5 Christian rappers, man. I always be messing with people with this. I be like Kirk Franklin, probably my favorite Christian rapper, bro. Yeah. They be like, but he ain't no rapper.
He is like a rapper, though.
Man, what? But he ain't no singer.
Yeah.
Like, he a rap, but I ain't gonna count, though. I ain't gonna try him like that. He be right. He's an excellent writer.
You know
don't get me wrong.
Sure,
like, you know what I'm saying? He go crazy. That's one of my favorite artists. But Kirk Franklin, I say he a rapper. I don't know, bro. Well, I gotta say my big brother Cray. You know what I'm saying? Lecrae.
I was gonna ask you about Lecrae.
I gotta say Canton Jones.
Okay. Never heard of Canton. But.
Man, Canton Jones, he like one of the pioneers, like, especially to like black gospel rap.
I probably have heard a song or two.
Yeah, probably didn't know it was him. Yeah. Man, I don't know, bro. Yeah. I don't know. Top 5. Man, I ain't gonna cap, bro. They're my top 5 right now, man. Perry Careers, What Up RG, Ty Brazzle, Aha Gazelle, and dang. It's a whole bunch. Probably like 442, like, you know what I'm saying? Like folks like that. Like, it's a whole bunch. Like them my brothers though, I just named. I really be listening to them too.
Nah, that's hard. That's hard. What's the temptation people don't expect Christian rappers to struggle with?
The temptation people, shoot, just life. People feel like, you know what I'm saying, we don't go through life. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything come our way. Like everything. Right. We tempted, you know, all the time, like, you know, with lust and everything, drugs, everything. Like, you know, people telling us to sell out and stop doing gospel rap and do mainstream and go chase the money type thing. I had all them folk come at me on some like, bro, you know, if you came over here, you know how much money you'll get? Type thing. So,
that's crazy. That's
man,
crazy.
what?
Let me ask you this, bro, and it's kind of like off topic, but it's still on topic, bro. Can like Christian rappers go to like the strip club and shit? Like,
that's crazy.
Can y'all do that? Like, can y'all? You know what I'm saying? And again, like, or will people like judge y'all for like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like you'll definitely get judged. I feel like you'll definitely get judged, especially nowadays, boy. Like for real. But I don't know, bro. Like back, boy, I definitely used to go to the strip club for real.
Yeah.
But it's like I had to low key tighten up for real, like just on some of my discipline. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you really gotta be disciplined in it for real. But I don't know, bro. Like just on some, I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, bro. Like especially if you single, you know what I'm saying, and you at the strip club, and then you say you do gospel rap, I'd be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, home probably trim.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, bro. It just depends on where, you know, where your mind at, bro. And then it depends on why you even there.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Like, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't know nobody who gonna go to the strip club just to pray for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really finna do that one. I don't think. You feel like I ain't seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, for sure. What's the real cost of choosing obedience over popularity? What's the real cost?
The real cost of choosing obedience over popularity, man. But I ain't gonna count. Everybody, most people that I went to school with, they were popular. They ain't really making no noise for real now. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I be telling, you know, even my kids nowadays. But I be like, man, just listen to God and listen to us, and you know, even though we don't know everything, so we had experience. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like you just gotta be obedient to your purpose and your calling for real. You know, when God gave you your calling and won the conference call, you feel like it was just for you. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like you just gotta have a ton of vision on that. But I ain't gonna lie, man, popularity ain't really gonna get you nowhere. That's why I don't really be chasing clout, bro. Like whatever God got for me gonna be for me.
Nah,
you feel what I'm saying? And you know, I'm gonna keep going big for him. Of course, you know, faith without work dead. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I'm gonna
say
keep
that
hustling.
all the time.
I'm gonna keep hustling for sure.
Nah, facts. Do you think the church is ready for like real transparency or just clean testimonies?
You said or
just clean testimonies. Are they ready for like real transparency? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, they definitely ready for the real transparency for sure. Definitely ready for real transparency. I feel like testimonies are very valuable, but I feel like at the same time, testimonies is telling, you know, kind of story time type thing. I feel like when you really be authentic and really, you know, saying what's going on and I feel like you just gotta, I feel like all preachers just gotta teach, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really need somebody up there telling me you can do it and yelling at me. You feel what I'm saying? I know I can do it. You feel what I'm saying? Tell me how to do it. Like, show me, you know what I'm saying, how to you know, how I should steward this. Like, how should I go about this?
Yeah, facts.
Like, I love teachers. Like, that's why I love my pastor, bro. He teaches, like, he's a teacher. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I go to church and get game.
Facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really want to go with somebody yelling at me.
Yeah,
what
nah,
I'm saying?
for sure.
For real.
If music kind of like ended and disappeared like tomorrow, how would you serve God? Like, what would be like something that you would do to serve God?
Boy, I'll just continue to be a leader to my family. Yeah. I'll continue to just be a leader, you know, to everybody around me. Dang, boy, you said if music ended, boy.
Yeah, music ended, yeah.
That's crazy, boy.
Cause that's what you do. I mean, that's
boy. I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, to serve God, I mean, I feel like we serve every day. Like, as far as like, you know, just of course giving, of course, you know, shedding light on, you know, with people. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. I be going so many places, bro. Like for example, like Zay just had his but that's music too.
Like the musical
yeah, the musical thing.
yeah,
Like and you know, before Dro went on stage, he turned around, boy, Phew, pray for me. Boy, it caught me so off guard. But I'm so used to telling, you know, for praying for people, but you know what I'm saying, Dro telling me to pray, you know what I'm saying, with all these folk, you know what I'm saying? You got Butter B right here, Belly Gang right here. I'm like, all right, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you just gotta be ready. But I'm saying that to say I love being the light in dark places every time. Like I'll never forget but this story. You know what I'm saying? I was picking my cousin up from the trap probably like a couple years ago. And he was like, boy, come in right quick, bro. Come in.
Damn.
And even when I was outside, like I wasn't really comfortable with going in no, you know what I'm saying, especially no trap I ain't never been in.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? I'm like,
facts.
well, what going on? Like, what you somebody you need to get somebody some money? Like, what going on? So I'll never forget, I go in and it's a pregnant girl in there, like she crying super hard. And you know what I'm saying, Buddy come out, you know what I'm saying, he got big pole on, big scrap on.
Yeah.
He like, boy, you know what I'm saying, they said my baby, you know what I'm saying, something wrong with my child, something wrong with my baby mama, man. Can you pray for her? And boy, I ain't never been in no situation like that. I'm like, man, yeah, for sure. And that's another thing with me, bro. Like, God will test me so many times, bro, in situations where I know I can't say no. It's like what I'm look like say, nah, I can't pray for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but I had to, so I ain't gonna count, like, we all in the middle of the trap house holding hands, you feel what I'm saying? And I wasn't even gonna do the holding hand. It's crazy how, you know, folks can seem like they far from God, but they still know what's going on.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because as soon as I said, all right, let's go, everybody just automatically got in a circle. You feel what I'm saying? Like in the trap house. And we just prayed. I prayed for her. I said the words God told me to say. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? And we just walked out. And I ain't gonna lie, that spoke to me so heavy. Like, bro, it's important to be a light everywhere you go, bro. Like some folk just be comfortable in being a light to they, you know what I'm saying, a familiar surrounding or familiar environment that they in. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of, you know, people just only feel comfortable of, you know, seeming right like around church people.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you gotta be a light. I feel like that's what I love about, you know what I'm saying, my life in general. Like I just be a light to people, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? All my cousins, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say all, 95% of my cousins is not near no church. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, they love and respect and know what I got going on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like whenever they need, you know, some light or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, I can always be an example. And I can always show people, like, I love being, you know what I'm saying, an example even to the world. Like, you know what I'm saying, if somebody out there feel like, man, I want to go to God, but I don't want to be no square, bro. I don't want to be no lame. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, nah, bro, you can be, you know what I'm saying, you can pop it. Like, you know what I'm saying, just be yourself, bro, but still walking your purpose. You feel what I'm saying?
Dang. If you can tell anybody, like, or tell somebody that's kind of like on the fence in terms of like their religion, anything, what would you tell them?
Man, relationship, bro. Relationship over religion, bro. Like, you gotta seek God, bro. You know what I'm saying? If somebody on the fence, bro, like, I just never understood, bro. Like, when people be like, boy, it's science, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, bro, like, God is the reason why we out here having motion and being able to do what we do. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, if you on the fence about it, bro, like, all you gotta do is just seek God for yourself, bro. Like, and I guarantee you, He'll meet you halfway, bro. And not like how these folks on earth do, because if they see you a certain way, they scared to meet folk halfway. They want people to come to them all the way. It's like, nah, bro, you gotta meet folk halfway. It's important to relate, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's important to relate to people. You feel what I'm saying? That's why Jesus was walking around like how he was walking around, bro. Dang. He would have never did that if it wasn't important to relate.
Yeah, facts.
You feel what I'm saying? He would just stayed in heaven kicking it. Like, man, look at these folks. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gotta relate.
Nah, for sure. Damn, this was an amazing conversation, bro. I ain't gonna even cap to you, bro. Like, I wanted to ask you something, bro. Like, how do you view like other religions and stuff like that, and other leaders and stuff like that? How do you view their words and stuff?
Man, I always show love no matter what, man. And I don't know, like I feel like, you know, even Christians disagree with each other. You feel what I'm saying? Thanks. So it's like, man, it ain't my job to be God. You feel what I'm saying? It's only one God, bro. And
that's a beautiful answer, bro. For sure. Man, bro, thank you, bro.
Bro, love, bro. I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you for coming on my platform, bro.
Man,
like,
thank you for having me.
It's crazy because, like, bro, like, I was like, hey, I love to interview you, bro. And, like,
Yes,
you was
sir.
like you responded, and I really respect that, bro. Because, like, sometimes, like, you know, it's like in this area that I'm in, like, well, I would say in, like, the media game.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you know, people, you know who's really, like on their job and do what they really say they do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times just motherfuckers playing with this shit,
For
bro.
sure.
You feel what I'm saying? And I can tell that you about your business, bro. You like hit me immediately.
Man, that's
and
hard, bro.
I respect that, bro.
That's hard, bro. I appreciate the invitation, bro.
Nah, real talk, bro. Tell the people where they can find you.
Hey, man, y'all find me at 1KPHEW, all platform, man, everything, man. Y'all get at me, man. Gospel Rap is back, Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Hey, man, it's been another episode of Vibin with Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibin with Veto. You already know the slogan. We vibrating higher, always chasing purpose over popularity, and we gone.
For sure.